Captain Jean-Luc Picard was back, coming back to television. Star Trek was continuing. None of that fake Star Trek, fake Discovery, fake Into Darkness, fake whatever. I was so excited, so anxious. We've been aching for so many years for real Star Trek. I wanted to read everything I could. I couldn't wait. Who's coming back? Who's coming back? Is he still on E? Is he an ambassador, the Vulcan ambassador? Is he retired? I had all these ideas in my mind. Where's the E at? Who's the captain? Is it Riker? Is Picard still on there? Is it Data? Where are we at? Are we gonna see the F launched? Are we gonna? What I would have loved would have seen Captain Picard, Captain of the E, for a season or two, and then he, on his own terms, retires. He goes off into the sunset. We have a new captain with a new starship. For me, that's what I had in my mind the most. I was like, oh, I cannot wait for this. This is gonna be freaking awesome. I love it. I can't wait. And then as things got closer and closer, who's producing? Secret Hideout. Alex Kurtzman's Secret Hideout. You can. And I was torn. I knew it was under the alternate license at that point, and I knew it wasn't going to be real Star Trek. In fact, it's more like Star Trek Deception. That's what it is, because this isn't canon, man. I love Sir Patrick, Brent Steiner, Jonathan Frakes. I want them to succeed. I love them. I love Sir Patrick. But it's not real Star Trek. And then I feel like if it succeeds, are we going to get more fake Star Trek? While the canon is just collecting dust. Nevertheless, I'm going to watch the entire series because I love Sir Patrick. Even though it's not real Star Trek, I know it's under the alternate license. I want to see what's going on. So,
engage.
Call back to Nemesis. The D. I'm not sure that's 100% accurate.
See?
First contact. Uniform.
Call. I will take 2 places. You have a turn. That is impossible, sir. Every now and then, you later left truth, ostentatiously in efforts to cheat me into thinking that you have a tell, but your true tell is
Yep.
when your eyes are neutral, that's when I know you're bluffing. Now that you've told me that, Captain, I am confused about which deception to employ.
He caught him.
50. That's everything I have. I can see that, Captain. Do you wish to call or fold? Let's behave like civilized men. Oh, well, thank you, sir.
Sugar.
Sugar. Well, thank you, sir.
Earl Grey looks light. The episode kicks off, and everything's looking great. We got blue skies playing. Call back to Nemesis. when Data was singing at Riker and Troy's wedding. Sir Patrick has still got it. He is still on top of his game. His acting was amazing in this show. Just schooling everyone, doing laps around everyone. He still has it, man. And it's great to see him again. And I gotta say, I feel like there's certain people that should never age. And Sir Patrick Stewart's one of them. It does hurt a little bit to see him older, but it's great to see him again.
I hope this is not the theme song. Because I'm not digging it. Intro song for the show I'm not digging.
In the bath sometime. Lars heard you talking in your sleep last night. Did I say anything of interest?
No, you talk rubbish. You're not sleeping.
Romulans.
Bad dreams?
The dreams are lovely. Waking up that I'm beginning to resent.
I'm now melancholy. Today's a big day. Now go and get your breakfast.
He's not a happy man.
You know,
One of the issues I had right off the bat was seeing, and we knew it was going to happen from the trailers and what we've read, but seeing Picard on his vineyard. We saw in the episode of his brother, Rene, where that wasn't for him. Yes, he loves his family, but he was always off looking at the stars. That's where he longed to be, where he had to be. That was his destiny, to be a starship captain. And to see him go back there, it just didn't make sense. You hear when he was acknowledged as Admiral Picard, that really kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I don't see ever Picard becoming an admiral. I see him retiring as a captain and either taking Spock's place as Vulcan ambassador, or just retiring altogether and going about his hobbies, going about doing his archaeology adventures and excavations. And then to have him in the vineyards, that I get it. It's a nice set piece. It looks wonderful. It looks great. It looks awesome. But I just that didn't feel right. And then I get where they're going. Some of the kind of the feel of the Old Man Logan. Seeing him wake up, you could tell he didn't want to wake up. Every time he woke up, that was his nightmare. Sleeping is the joy that he had. Reliving those adventures and dreams, and waking up, he was miserable. Seeing the same thing, miserable. And if you noticed, he was sleeping in.
She's attacking Picard.
The Federation chose to support the rescue effort.
Yes. Initially.
I have been known to be persuasive. But the Federation understood there were millions of lives at stake.
Romulans.
No
Millions?
lives.
You left.
He's right about that. It doesn't matter.
Command.
It doesn't matter what race.
10,000
what species. A life is a life.
A mission to relocate
That's Picard.
100 million Romulan citizens to worlds outside the blast of the supernova. A logistical feat more ambitious than the pyramids.
The pyramids were a symbol of colossal vanity. If you want to look for a historical analogy, Dunkirk.
Decker.
Yes.
And then the unimaginable happened. Can you tell us about them? Admiral,
I thought we were here to talk about a supernova.
a group of rogue synthetics dropped the planetary defense shields and hacked Mars's own defense net,
Yes.
wiping out the rest of Armada and completely destroying the Utopia Planitia shipyard. The explosions ignited the flammable vapor.
Picard still got it. I mean,
Mars remains on
Jean-Luc.
fire to this day. 92,143 lives were lost.
Patrick
which
Stewart.
led to a ban on synthetics.
He's still on his game.
Yes.
He is still on his
I
game.
still don't know why the synthetics went rogue and did what
Someone initiated, possibly the Romulans.
The subsequent decision to ban synthetic life forms was a mistake.
I agree.
Lieutenant Commander Data, operations officer on the Enterprise for synthetic. Did you lose faith in him?
No.
I like them.
What was it that you lost faith in? You've never spoken about your departure from Starfleet. Didn't you, in fact, resign your commission in protest? Tell us that. Why did you really quit Starfleet?
Because it was no longer Starfleet.
I'm sorry?
Because it was no longer Starfleet.
I don't like this lady.
It's true. The galaxy and its moon burying its dead. And Starfleet swung from its duties. The decision to call off the rescue and to abandon those people we had sworn to save was not just dishonorable. It was downright criminal. And I was not prepared to stand by and be a spectator. And you, my dear, you have no idea what Dunkirk is with Kurtzman. You're a stranger to history. You're a stranger to war. Just wave your hand. It all goes away.
And then another thing I found an issue, and it's not Star Trek, I think it's more the producers and the writers. You're telling me we're in the 24th century now, right? With the Picard series. They have the news people come over, and then he gets ambushed. That really doesn't come off right. If he's the admiral, retired admiral, highly distinguished, he's the legendary Jean-Luc Picard. You're at his house, his home, and you ambush him and you treat him like he's a nobody. That really rubbed me the wrong way, and I'll give it credit that the woman playing that character, she did it great, because I could not stand her. I wanted Picard to, throw her through the window. I wanted Picard to body slam her through a table. That rubbed me the wrong way for good and bad reasons. My favorite part of the episode, and that was also the most well acted, brilliantly acted. Wonderfully acted. I loved how Picard did it. Where she's asking him she's hitting him with the questions, and he's like, all right, what's going on? But he's answering it. He's there, and then she's asking him, why did you really leave the Federation? Why did you really leave Starfleet? And the way he is rubbing his hands, and he's trembling with anger and frustration and pain and loss. And you just see it in his face and his hands. When I saw that, I loved it. That was my favorite part of the episode. Sir Patrick still has it. That was wonderfully, brilliantly acted. Another issue I had with that interview thing was when the lady's saying, "Oh, they were Romulan lives," and Picard says, "They were lives," which beautifully said. It doesn't feel right. It's not Star Trek when I hear stuff like that, because they're at home on Earth. And so what if it's the enemy? We've progressed. We as humanity have progressed so far in the 24th century. We're there to help everyone. We're there to assist people, to lend a helping hand. And who knows, by lending that hand to the Romulans, it can help bridge the friction between the two groups. And just to hear it like that from the reporter, like, oh gosh, this doesn't feel right. That does not feel like Star Trek. This does not feel like where we're supposed to be in the 24th century. That didn't feel right. When Picard goes to the Science Institute and he's asking about the synthetics, and could there be another one like Data? And I just kind of felt like, okay, I can already tell with the paintings, and then him going over there, and I just felt like it was telegraphed that it's his daughters, so to speak. And then the whole thing I had an issue with was with the necklace and the 2 rings. Is that really that far out in the 24th century? Is that really that amazing and stand up? Come on, man. I think that's bad writing right there. And I know I feel like I'm attacking the episode and I'm picking it apart, and it's a terrible episode. It's not. Overall, I really enjoyed the episode. Cinematically, beautifully shot. It's wonderfully shot. Wonderfully shot. Love the color palette. Love the camera angles. The main issues that I had, obviously, besides being, Star Trek deception, was stuff to make conflict in arguments when there's no need with the reporter. That, come on, man. That just, I felt like that's writing. The necklace, it's 2 hoops, 2 circles connected. I feel like, again, that's bad writing. And then when they were talking about, was it Dr. Maddox, I believe? When they had brought up Dr. Maddox and Data from the Measure of Man episode from the Next Generations, it already hit me, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. And I feel like someone from the Romulans is in cahoots with this Dr. Maddox, and they were the ones who had the synthetics attack Mars and destroy the shipyards. I was thinking it was him and the Romulans, or it was him and some dirty admiral. But I do feel, looking back at the episode and having the Romulans attack Dodge, some Romulan leader is in cahoots with Maddox, and they attack the shipyards.
Sitting here, all these years, nursing my offended dignity, writing books of history people prefer to forget. I never asked anything of myself at all. I haven't been living, waiting to die.
I don't want to see Picard like this, but with what's doing, where they're going, I get it.
My overall impressions, I really enjoyed the episode. It felt good. It felt good to see it, even though, again, I'm torn. I'm torn because I want real Star Trek, man. I want real Star Trek, and I've been reading the books. 8 books deep in the series so far, and for me, this is real Star Trek. This, for me, again, Jean-Luc Picard is still the captain of the Enterprise E, with Worf as his number 1, out exploring, having adventures. But I'm continuing to watch the series. Continue. I just want real Star Trek, man. I just want real Star Trek.